This is a video about how simple it is to juice at home. Here are my vegetables, which I've already washed. And here is the juicer. It is a Breville juicer, and this is all a part. And it is very simple to put together, and it's actually cheaper than I thought it would be. The Blendtec blender to make green smoothies was much more expensive. I think this was less than $200, right? So we put on this, push that in, the filter, put the top on the right way, snap it closed, take the waste bucket, and I get a baggie, which came from Grace, the idea. Put it in here, lift, get it under, make sure it's on, make sure the appliance is off before you plug it in, and here's the craft. Now the juicer's ready to go. Oh, with the plunger. Alright, so I'm cutting my vegetables after I've washed them. And I'm using apples, and I would suggest using an apple to make it a little sweet, especially when you first start this, because if you go with all greens and no sweetness, you might not do it anymore. So I use apples and definitely carrots every time. And I just cut, I usually don't cut the ends off, so. And I do cut them in half, like that. I'm also using, as you can see there, some parsley. That's every time. And some ginger. So I don't have to cut it, it's already washed. And some greens. Now, here are my greens. I'm going to cut the bottoms of this off. Here are my greens, and I don't know what they are. They look like collard greens. I'm not sure. I pick the greens by getting the leaves that look the freshest and the healthiest and the greenest and that are firm when I'm at the store buying them. And usually I purchase the greens at Whole Foods in West Orange. The carrots I get from Costco. The parsley I can get from ShopRite or anywhere, as with the ginger. And the apples I usually try and get at Costco because we get a 10-pound bag. And now we're ready to juice. And usually I use a lemon or a lime, but I don't have any today, so we're going to go without that. Now this gets very loud, so be prepared. There'll be no talking during this point. So, here's how we juice. And usually, I always juice on an empty stomach, except I do have coffee in my stomach because I drink my coffee first, which I have to give up, but I haven't done that yet. So, the nutrients and the vitamins go right to your bloodstream immediately when you juice, especially on an empty stomach. Oh, great. Ginger goes in last because it can clog the filter. That's why you saw me do that last. Here's the finished product. And I stir it. You can put the lid back on. It stops the foam from coming into the glass. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't really mind the foam, but a lot of people do. This makes enough for, as you can see. I don't measure, I don't know. And we drink it. There are juices. And there's a little more left over. Cleanup on this is a little time consuming. It's a pain in the neck. Always unplug it first. And basically I'm going to show you very quickly what you have to do. You open this up. You put the waste, or it's not really waste, it's all fiber. And see how the ginger clogged the screen? That's why I use ginger last. Actually, I don't want to put that in there. Because what I do is I give this to our dog, Jack, and mix it in with his food, and he eats it, and he's had a lot more energy, and we thought he was a goner because he's old. Bernese Mountain Dog, big. But he seems to be doing better, so I do give him this, and the rest I throw out. You lift this off, take the filters out, it comes apart. The most important thing is this filter. They give you a brush, you clean it both sides, and be careful not to bend it, and rinse it. And then we put it on our counter in the back, and it comes out the next day. So, here is our juice, and I'm going to drink it, and so is Ken. So, that is juicing, and I hope you learned a little bit about it and how fast you can do it. And I hope you try it one time. There's a place in Summit you can get it from. It's called the Juice Caboose if you want to try it. I'd love to open up a juice place in Livingston, hopefully one day. And I'd be serving this. So if you ever want one, if you want to try one and you're close to me, call me, send me an email. I'll be happy to make you a juice. Alright, next time, another video on another part of being a vegetarian.